So this this guy at, I don't know, like he's just a troll on the pro modalist sub. He's just trying to, like, I don't know what he's even trying to do. Like the his whole argument is like, yeah, pro modalist, yeah, I'm always right because I'm. He's like trying to get this bullshit. Like, oh, you're always right. You think because you're pro modalist, so you'll say you're always right. And yeah, nature is evil because nature is alive and conscious and some shit like that. And like, the first of all, nobody's making that argument, right? This is like, I just want to get this, like, you know, this, put this in the coffin for good. Nature is a force. It's like a force, right? It's a force of the replication of a DNA molecule, right? It forces organisms to survive. It's a force. So basically, the point isn't that, oh, it's somehow it has some bigger purpose, or like there's nature is an entity. Nobody's arguing that. When we say nature is evil, we're not saying evil in the sense that, oh, there's an entity doing some evil actions. No, it's the consequence, the consequence of the perpetuation of nature creates victims, sentient victims, who didn't consent to any of this. It's wrong that they have to go through unnecessary suffering. It's wrong. And basically, the driving force of the cause of that unnecessary suffering is the perpetuation of nature. So it's evil for the victims, right? If you're the victim, you would look at it as an evil thing, right? I am going to be eaten alive. That's evil. And that's basically the mechanism of nature. So it's like, and even if there's an intent, right? Like, it doesn't fucking matter. Even if nature is an entity or whatever, you know, the point is it has to be stopped. That's the whole point. It has to be stopped, you know. Then they're gonna say universe is conscious, nature is conscious, so you can't ever stop it. So yeah, just that, it's no problem, right? This is such a bullshit argument that, yeah, so fine, they just yeah, just torture you. Let me torture you, no problem, right? Because it doesn't matter, because nature is the big one here, and or the universe is the big alive thing here, so we can't stop that. So yeah, there's no point in doing anything about it. Like, it's like, not even like, for I go for the end, right? But basically the end is the cessation of life on earth is the best reduction, so to speak, you can say too. Like, even if you can make an argument that there's some other like, which is like highly improbable, that there are some other life on some other planet, the point is we can't reduce or prevent their suffering, you know. What we have is this. So this is the best reduction in what we as intelligent beings can accomplish. Take out earth. Done. Stop nature. Stop the mechanism of DNA molecule replicating in sentient conscious being. Just stop that, and that's it. That's the best what we can do. And like, it's gonna end anyways. Like, you know, now no matter what timeline you can say, it's going to end. You can't evade that fact. So I don't know why just this guy is trying to like make it sound like something that, oh, we are pro modulus, so you guys think that, yeah, just go out and kill everything, and some trolls like that, spreading some bullshit like that. And you're like, I be consistent, right? I If you can present me the calculations, right, rational logical calculation, that yeah, if you do all this violence, it will end life on earth for good. Yeah, I'm for it. Yeah. I'm for it. If it ends it, yeah, I'm taking that win. I'm taking the win. I'm taking the end. The end is worth it because it's the prevention of the whole future of everything. Basically, the end is turning Earth back into Mars. That's what we want. And I would say, like, ideally, it should be like the most ideal thing would be that every sentient being goes to sleep and just doesn't wake up. Lights are on and just lights go out and it's done. So it's like, again, nature creates unnecessary suffering. Nature is a force, it, is a force that, through its perpetuation, creates unnecessary suffering, which is imposed on the victims of life. And there are that's just wrong. That needs to be stopped. So yeah, I just like, you know, it, it's indifferent to the process of to the contemplation of suffering. It doesn't know nature. The process of nature doesn't know what suffering is, right? It doesn't know. It doesn't have the knowledge. We do have the knowledge now. We do know that, yeah, the pain receptors, neurons, brains, central nervous system, we do have the evidence to glean on and make decisions based on that. Nature doesn't have any fucking clue whatsoever about what it's doing to what the suffering it's causing to the sentient beings. So it's indifferent, and yeah, that's one of the reasons, like, it's sort of an evil thing, because it doesn't know what suffering is. Like, if there's gonna be a system of, where there, a bunch of experimental, you know biological machines, and they're being experimented on, and the the experiment is being done by some, mm, some psychotic asshole, or somebody who doesn't understand that it's causing, it's mm, the willful, or whatever, like the cause and effect chain of its perpetuation is causing unnecessary suffering, and we can see that, and that's why we have to stop it. It's just that, for me, it's very, like, quite obvious. Like, I can, like, keep going back and forth with this, like, in terms of the, like, how many how many victims. Like, I was thinking about making, getting all this data together, and just making a video about, oh, this is how much suffering that happened today, and ask the question, what justifies it? As just just as simple as that. What happened today on this planet that justifies all that suffering? And then, they call me, like, oh, you're evil, you want to end life and kill life and justify the price of life first, then give me this argument of, oh, you want to end it, so you're evil. Bullshit. The main motivation is the prevention of the victims, where we as promotalists and ethicists are recognizing that there are a bunch of fucking victims here who are suffering for no damn good reason. No reason. There's no suffering being prevented because of our existence in some other place. None of that shit is happening. We're just playing a stupid game, stupid psychological addiction game in our heads of ego and desire and attachments and wants and you know just trying to do the relive the old memories again, that kind of bullshit. It's just a program in the head, and it's nothing real in in the substance of of it's a necessary thing in the universe. It should exist. No, it's all pointless. It's all pointless. That's why you just like, yeah. What's even the point of perpetuating your own existence? Because it's like, fuck. It's so pointless. It's just like, fuck it. They're never gonna get it, and life will end. So why the fuck am I prolonging this bullshit? It's just so crap. And then you get to the arguments of, oh, these motherfucking bastards wanna just make it hard, like throw barriers in front of you, like whatever they may be, like not granting you the right to a peaceful death, or all these guilt trips, and oh no, you never give up, and you're enough, and bullshit like that. All this crap, all this programming. So it's hard to even detach yourself from it, because like again I make this argument too, the more you live, the more likely it is you're gonna get attached to something. And yeah, the more you're around here, the more you're at the risk of experiencing suffering, or like what kind of suffering that could be, or imposing suffering on someone else. This is just the truth. So quit defending nature as a some system that, yeah, we should be indifferent about it. No, we have to save the victims. We have to save the victims. It doesn't matter to the victim whether it's being uh, brutally killed by a human being willfully, or it's being ravaged by a savage parasite inside its head, or some other disease. It doesn't matter to the victim. The victim is suffering. It doesn't matter if the thing that caused the suffering had an intent, or like was just a cause and effect. It doesn't fucking matter. It happens, suffering happens, it should be prevented. That's it. There's no need to get into this argument of, oh, nature is, no, nature is, you can't blame nature. Like it's like it's like the word blame, right? You're gonna use the word blame for this, that, oh, you can't blame nature because nature is blind and dumb, and yeah, I, it doesn't matter. We're not playing, yeah, you're wrong, yeah, this is wrong. We have recognized a problem, that is sentience is suffering because of perpetuation of sentient life, reproduction, and it should be stopped. That's it. No extra shit. Like, no, oh baby, nature has some plan. Bullshit. Like, it's all just a perpetuation of a need machine, making more need machines by like every fucking round. So you're like, fuck this, you know. It's uh, they've done this needing thing for billions of years. It doesn't accomplish anything. All you accomplish is a bunch of victims. That's it. That's the only thing that is consistent with life. Victims. Life creates victims. That's the only consistent thing that you can uh, glean from, like observe in about life. It creates fucking victims. So yeah, it just feels so alone, right? So either I mean, I don't know. Like, it's very simple. Like, I'm not. It's very simple to me. Like, yeah, you just gotta get the few premises right, that suffering is bad, and yeah, if there's more, it's worse. If there's less, it's better. If there's no life, then there's no suffering. Yeah, just these simple things just gonna lead you to this simple conclusion. Why make it hard? Why make it complicated? Why put some your own attachment to the game in the in this on the scales, and push the scales in your favor of, yeah, life should exist because nature is a blind force, and just yeah, let it keep on going. Ah, people are very stupid, very stupid. And I just said to the guy, like, why the fuck are you doing all this trolling? Who the fuck made the argument that nature is an entity? Who the fuck made that argument? So why are you straw manning the promodalist? You fucking idiot. Again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's a system which creates unnecessary suffering and victims. It should be stopped. It doesn't matter if the system is willfully doing that, or it's it's just a cause and effect thing. We have the power to stop it. That's the that's the argument being made, that we can stop it. And like the first stops are like, yeah, stop having fucking kids. Right? That's the first thing to do. And they're not even gonna do that, and like it's just very, like, even with the reduction, like some people are like, oh, let's reduce harm and reduce suffering. It's like you give them the basic argument that, yeah, then if you want to live life, you just live the vegan lifestyle because that reduces the most amount of harm, the least, the as practicable as you can, right? But they don't even get that. They don't even get these simple things. Again, like for me, it's all very simple. It's not that hard to understand. So they don't even get these overt impositions of harm, that they, by their everyday living, the their conveniences is causing so much suffering. They won't even concede that, like, billions of animals, basically a holocaust going on, a fucking holocaust going on right this moment, and they won't even do something to reduce that. It's very discouraging. There's, I can just say to people now, that, yeah, there's just no hope, man. Just, just fuck this. There, there's no point. Just check out when, check out as soon as you can, and take this win, and just be done with it. Embrace death and get out.